Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Dr. Hussain Baksh Kolachi, and I am a professor of public health and community medicine and fellow of College of Physicians Surgeon of Pakistan and working in Isra University, Hyderabad. As the Ramzan has started, this is a 10th day of the Ramzan fasting, and most of the Muslim countries, more than 40 countries in the world, and more than 1 billion people are observing the Ramzan fast. And fasting in the Ramzan is a very big Islamic tradition, as well as it is one of the pillar of the Islam, and it is a duty of every Muslim. We call it first. If he is healthy and adult, he is bound and must observe the fasting during the whole Ramzan. The sick and the weak and the travelers, they can have a exemption and can continue their fasting while they are in a good health, or they are at their own destination, or their energy has returned. So today's topic is uh, uh, fasting Ramzan and science of fasting and role of Ghrelin hormone, which is basically a hunger hormone, or it is a very important hormone in the physiology of the human beings. I will discuss in detail. Ramzan, the 9 month of the Islamic calendar, is one of the most sacred times for Muslims. During this month, Muslims observe and strict daily fast from dawn until sunset. They are not allowed to eat or drink, not even water during these days, uh, daylight hours. Fasting is a private act of worship, and uh, it is to be very near, or it brings to the nearness to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Uh, Coming to the types of the fasting, there are 9 types of the fasting. Some are observed as a medical treatment nowadays, and fasting is considered one of the beneficial thing to deal with many chronic diseases and chronic health problems, including mental growth and other problems. But the fasting in Islam is from dawn to sunset. It is almost 8 to 12 hours in different countries and different time zones, particularly where sun is early rising, the day is clear. As in Pakistan, it is today when we observed and were fasting in the Sahri. It was the last time of 5 a.m., and the breaking of the fasting, or aftari of the fasting, is at about 6:30. So it is almost a 12 hours fasting in Pakistan. Then these are various intermittent fasting, 1 week and 2 days in 1 week fasting, and sometime 3 days continuous fasting, water fasting, and even there is a athlete diet. They also increase their muscle mass by fasting. So this slide shows that. And then is the benefits of here the slide says the intermittent fasting, but this can be applied to the fasting in Ramzan, because the same physiology is there. So you can see the it improves the temperament, it improves the skin, it improves the heart health, Particularly, it increases the HDL and decreases the LDL, or bad cholesterol is decreased, and as well as blood pressure is also decreased. Then it is better for pancreas and insulin sensitivity, which plays a great role in the diabetic, particularly type 2 uh, resistant, insulin resistant type patients. So it is also it reduces the blood sugar. But there are certain precautions while the diabetic patients are, they must consult with their healthcare provider and then start observing the fasting. Otherwise, if they have a controlled sugar and they are not on the insulin and doctor allows, then it will be beneficial for them. Then is the gut health, the microbiome is improved, as well as reflux and other GERD type problem, they are also reduced, and as well as reduces GI inflammation, and it also improves microbiome, means the organisms in the gut, they are beneficial, they grow more in the fasting period. Then the reproductive health or reproductive problems are reduced, and it says that it is also regulates the infertility or childlessness problem, as well as many other problems of the female parts or female reproductive system. Then immunity is also increased, and these figures are taken and pictures are taken available on the Google, and anybody can access and recheck it. It reduces cancer because oxidative stress species or free radicals are reduced, as well as new stem cells. They are generated, and immunity, the old and the other cells which are not producing a good immunity, they are engulfed during the fasting period, and we call it autophagy. The bone health also reduces inflammation and reduces pain also. So arthritis and other problems are reduced. Then the muscle mass or catabolic spraining and other problems are reduced. Particularly, it increases the collagen fibers and reduces the fat. So these are the then from the brain side, the learning or cognitive skill or sharpness of the brain also increases, and because of the endorphin and other hormones, the feeling of good health is also on increase during the fasting period. And one of the important hormone, which is ghrelin or the hunger hormone, I will discuss in the later figures. Then coming to the same benefits, you can see that all the activators, it says that activates human growth hormone also, and other same, and one of the gene which is SIRT gene, that is also activated, which is beneficial for the weight and other health improvements. What is ghrelin? This is a hormone. It says often referred as the hunger hormone, is produced in your gut and sends a signal to your brain to feel hungry. So while you are feeling hungry, which is one part of the fasting process or physiology, So hunger and thirst are two important concepts, are two feelings. So basically, this is regulated by the ghrelin. This is a hormone which is produced at the stomach level, but through the hypothalamus, it sends the signal, and then the brain and the body feels that I must have a eating item or food. So the same is there are many ways to minimize the increase in ghrelin that occurs in response to weight loss, such as decrease in basal metabolic rate. So this is one of the important point where ghrelin is playing a role because metabolic rate is decreased, so ghrelin is decreased, so your hunger is also decreased. Another hormone is leptin, that is also plays a part in the hunger. When you see that the hunger increases, the ghrelin increases, and leptin decreases. But when you take the meal, the ghrelin hormone is decreased and leptin is increased. Both these they consume the adipose tissue so that the body is detoxed as well as the fat and weight both are reduced, and that improves your health as well as your look, skin beauty, and shyness of the face. And sometimes people say that there is a light in Islamic language, there is a shining face after Ramzan. So this is one of the underlying signs. Then you can see that if the hunger is, it means the ghrelin has increased. Same is in this picture. And this picture shows that how ghrelin from the stomach affects the hypothalamus or the brain part and how it stimulates the hunger feeling. So this is detailed that ghrelin level are primarily regulated by food intake. Less food intake, less ghrelin is there. Then coming to the fasting benefits, I have already mentioned, but these are the details which shows that how science helps, and it can it says that it leads to reduce gut permeability, leaky gut, or systemic inflammation. So that is one of the important benefits. Second is improved mood. Already in the picture, I have shown that the fasting shows the activation of SIRIT, which I already mentioned, is a gene which regulates the metabolic paths and causes survival and deterioration and inflammation. It also acts in the pathogenesis of chronic conditions such as diabetes as well as pulmonary uh, neurodegenerative disorders and cardiovascular diseases. So plays key role in the progression and human and tumor suppression. So this is also fasting has been shown to activate this important hormone, and it regulates and brings the resistance to all these bad conditions which I have described. Then is the growth hormone and human growth hormone HGL, which increases your muscle body structure as well as it reduces the uh, fat content, increases the muscle mass. Then pregnant or breastfeeding ladies, they should avoid. Diabetic patient must consult with their doctor, and women with irregular menstrual cycle, they should also avoid the uh, fasting. Then coming to the insulin, already mentioned that pancreas and its cells, they are given a boost and the insulin resistance is decreased. So the sugar is decreased. Blood sugar is already sent that reduced by 3 to 6% over the course of 8 to 12 weeks in one of the studies. Uh, this is improved blood pressure and cardiovascular health, and both systolic and diastolic, leading to improved heart health. Resting heart rate reduces the systolic, and then coming to the increased metabolic rate, research shows that short-term fasting can actually increase your metabolic rate and weight loss. Then coming to the uh, important slide, and their health practitioner who is familiar with the types and health benefits of fasting should be consulted for further guidelines. This shows that how fasting improves the even the diet or the celiac disease where the gluten allergy is observed, but in fasting is better than even the gluten-free diet. So this chart shows that these are the references, and I hope you have a little bit scientific knowledge and the role of ghrelin, as well as the benefits and some of the restrictions of the. So in Islam, if the Muslim is a sick traveler as well as weak, they are allowed to continue or have their remaining fasting days when they are happy and they are safe. So thank you very much. Dr. Hussain Bashpolachi YouTube channel will provide you the latest scientific as well as the important qualified information. Please like it and subscribe it and share it with others. Thank you very much. I wish a best Ramzan to all the Muslims as well as those who are observing the fasting for their health purposes, because it is one of the nowadays management and treatment process in which fasting is considered to have more benefits, and even the good sleep as well as the academic performance and your adjustment in the social life is improved as a mayor. It is a community activity, so it brings a lot of sympathies who are hungry, who are poor, and in Islamic way, it gives you a lot of solace and comfort because you are obeying the religious instructions, and that improves your internal health as well as social outlook. Thank you very much, Dr. Hussain Bashpolachi, once again saying Khuda Hafiz.